Just gotta wait for everyone to join. Oh, hi, you're already here. Alright. Oh, hello, fish sticks. So I'm not gonna start until Patrick gets back. So yeah. I'm sorry, I'm eating crackers. It's okay. We didn't do really much. I was just, it was so hard to draw, even though I wanted to draw. And, I don't know. I kind of just lost my ability to draw for a sec. I'm eating crackers right now for my breakfast, so yeah. I have half a bottle of water, and that's all I have, so hopefully this will get me through all 10 chapters. Yeah, chapter 10 isn't out yet because I haven't finished it. I was supposed to finish it last night, but it was like 3 a.m. and I was like downright tired. I could not finish it. But yeah, here. That's all the chapters. I was talking to Dicer about my Warrior Cats. I used to watch like the animations of it. That's pretty cool. I was talking to Dicer about my AU a year ago or something. And he asked if Teardrop was still alive, and I was like, she does come in, but she doesn't survive. And he was like begging for her to be alive, and I actually made it so that she can live. But sadly, TB dies. Literally everyone except for Bottle and Teardrop die. I don't know if I'm supposed to spoil that, but that is true. Unless yeah. Tennis ball dies because golf ball dies. And that's literally in both my AUs. So I have one AU where, yeah, my AU where it tells like flower facts, so then it's like hidden messages. Golf ball gets murdered, and tennis ball is like trying to find the murderer while dealing with his mental health. And at the end of the story, he does kill himself. I'm not gonna say how golf ball dies because I do want it to be a secret. Two of us, not so much, because I'm trying to finish it so that I can do other AUs that I was planning. Because I have like 4 folders of different AUs. Yeah. I actually looked up some flower facts. Here, I'll go to that AU. Maybe we'll read it soon. So the bittersweet pink, I can't say that word, is like facts about bittersweet means truth. It's a flower. And the pink flowers mean I'll never forget you. The truth that I'll never forget you is what Tennis Ball is saying. So, yeah. That story goes in way deeper than some of my other AUs. So. I should move all of my sketchbooks back to their cubbies because they're all over my table right now. Oh, yay. Really? So I listened to the audio versions. I don't think Wattpad does audio anymore, but I read Experiment 21 on audiobook, so then I just listen while I draw. I have a few others, like Fear Garden. I listened to that one. And here's just some AUs that I've been meaning to read. This one is actually by a follower that I have, and their story actually goes really deep and really nice. I know what happens in Fear Garden. I know how it ends, but I haven't read the ending yet. And that's why I haven't started on the second book. So yeah. You can't? I can't read. If I read out loud, I like stutter a lot and I forget my place. If I read in my head, it's manageable, but I won't say the words right in my head. If there's an audiobook playing in the background, then I can do my job. Subtitles. That's what I did for Fear Garden. I read along with the audio. So yeah. And my mom walked in whenever I was listening to an audiobook, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, listening to an audiobook, and she couldn't believe her eyes because I would never read. She bought me a whole case of books when I was 9, and I still haven't read them to this day. I write my stories out because I'm better at writing it down than I am animating it. Which is why I wanted to turn my show into a book instead, because it would have been more easier, but it just didn't feel right. Yeah. I'm just trying to clean up my desk because I have all my figures and they're all falling into my cubbies. Yeah. I need to put my glasses on. Okay. So we can now start. Now, if y'all want to. I'm just getting comfy so then I can actually read. Okay. Alright. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's hope I don't mess up too bad. Chapter 1. Great idea. This is way different than the comic version. Oh my god. No, why don't you understand? 4 can just leave with 2's power and torture us, Fanny yelled, standing in front of 2's door. I know it's risky, but it's all we have. 2 will never host again if we don't get Gady back, and 1 might have bigger plans than making deals and stealing us, Tennis Ball insisted to Fanny. Fine. I hate it when Bossy Bot Golf Ball's plans sound good, Fanny yelled as she opened 2's door for them. Well, get used to it, Golf Ball snickered in joy as the 3 objects walked to 2's bed. Golf Ball walked to Fanny's whiteboard. Oh, where am I? Okay, this is how we're going to do things, Golf Ball started to explain. 4, walk up to the bed and do whatever you do, Golf Ball said. As 4 walked to the bed, Golf Ball said with hesitation, 4, don't use 2's power to kill us. Fanny and Tennis Ball looked at Golf Ball, then at 4. Golf Ball, 1 can hurt X. I can't let that happen. So 1 has to go. I just want to tell y'all, this was made back when I shipped 4 and X, and this was like 2 years ago. So this might sound a little weird and stuff. Okay. Golf Ball nodded as 4 grabbed 2's hand and started glowing. Blue and green. Then 4 started to feel pain in their body. As 4 started to screech, the 3 objects jumped back into the wall. The screeching started to get louder. Golf Ball's eardrums felt like they were going to burst. My bad if I did that. Let's totally take that risk. It's not like anything's going to happen, guys. As Fan yelled to the ground in pain, she opened one of her eyes. As her eyes adjusted, the screeching stopped. Fan opened her eyes with dizziness. She then realized 2 and 4 were gone. Then she blinked, and there... What the hell is that? Fanny screamed. Alright. First chapter, let's go. I totally didn't make any mistakes. Alright. Next chapter. Chapter 2, First Elimination. As Tennis Ball covered GB in fear to protect her, blood splattered on his face. Both of them pushed each other to the door. TB glanced at Fanny, then at 4. TB let out a loud gasp. Oh, jeez. This is gonna sound very, very bad. I wanted to change this. 4, with an echoed voice, said, Fanny is eliminated with 7,063 votes. Fanny's face was completely gone, with a giant hole in her face, with 4's hand still in it. As soon as GB yelled TB, he snapped back into reality and ran for the door, but so did 4. Before 4 could grab TB, Golf Ball closed 2's door and pulled out a gun machine that sprays hard metal and sprayed the door. As soon as they were going to run and tell the others, Winner and Donut ran up. It's supposed to say the stairs. My bad. the stairs and towards them. What happened? Donut scurried. We heard screeching. Winner gasped for air. It's 4, TB yelled, gasping for air as well. We tried to get 4 to use 2's powers and find everyone that's missing, GB gasped, but it went wrong and Fanny. GB paused as she heard a crunch. Yeah. Bye-bye, Fanny. Bye-bye. GB felt like vomiting and passing out. TB held her to keep her balance. We need to get out of here. Well, we still can, GB whispered. Got it, Donut said as the 4 objects rushed to the others. GB saw Pencil walking up the stairs. Pencil, we need... As GB was warning Pencil, her pencil tripped GB down the stairs. As she screamed, TB yelled, Golfy, and ran down after her. What was that for, Pencil? Donut yelled. What? She was being a boss. She was trying to save you. Donut cut Pencil off as Winner and Donut ran after TB and Pencil. I meant not TB and Pencil. TB and GB. Pencil looked up at the stairs, then held herself in her arms. Save me from what? Pencil muttered as she walked back down the stairs. As she got to the bottom, she saw TB holding a gash on GB's head. GB looked up at everyone woozily, then stood up. Listen, I need you. Listen, I know you don't want to, but it's important. Okay. Nice. Finally. Okay. Chapter 3. This tree has no bark. No comments. Yeah, that was a very old one. That was when I had this old account working and I was making comic version out of this. 4 has become a monster. We tried to use him to get back Katie, but we turned 4 into a monster. We need to get to X and the BFBers. Golf Ball explained. Wait, I thought Fanny was with you. Where is she? Tree asked, holding Marker tight to protect him. She was killed by 4. GB said softly and quietly. I'm sorry, I didn't think this would happen. This is when I still do ship Fanny and Tree. This was when I really had a big ship on them. Golf Ball looked at the ground, waiting for Tree to pounce on her and scream. Or at least someone. Then she looked up. Tree looked like he lost everything, tightening his grip on Marker, holding back the tears. Can we recover her? Marker asked, hoping Golf Ball would give a yes. We could try, Golf Ball said softly, hoping that would cheer them up. We still have the recovery center and X, TB yelled. That metal door won't stand for long. We need to grab necessary items and go, Golf Ball explained. All the objects went to grab items while Golf Ball and Tennis Ball went to warn Black Hole of the situation. Hey, can I leave Marker with you for a second? Yes. I can hold a lot in my branches, or tree head, whatever. So they might need me, Tree asked. Of course, Tree, Pen said. Lai was holding tight to Bottle. She didn't know why she was scared. This is Bottle's POV, by the way. She didn't know why she was scared. She dies all the time, but this felt different. Like kept her eyes on Bottle. She knew how easy it is for her to break into pieces. As Marker went over to Pen, he put his hand on Marker's back. "Please be careful, Tree. Please come back," Marker said with a low-toned voice. It scared Tree. It seemed to get Lighty's and Pen's attention. I spelt Lighty wrong, by the way. I thought that was how her name was spelt, but no. Attention. He never been this quiet and soft. It seemed like the fact Fanny might not come back drove Marker out of his silly self. "I will, I promise, Marker." This made Marker smile slightly. Even Light gave a small smile to Tree. As Tree was walking up the stairs to gather things, he saw that Two's door seemed off. I don't know why you say that, Patrick. Why you say that? As he walked closer, he saw that the door was broken with a giant hole in it. Four has escaped. A shock came to Tree's body. He left his pack behind and he was alone. He thought to himself, what if Marker gets hurt? What ifs kept playing in his head, in his mind. Then it hit him. Fanny. He ran into the room hoping that Fanny would come out and he could grab her and hold her forever to protect her and his pack. But all he got was Fanny's corpse, half eaten, the left blue and covered in blood. Her face was unrecognizable with a giant hole. There she only had one leg left. Her one eye stared coldly at him. Days. Yeah. Here are some of the comments that I got. He felt nauseous, his hand covering his mouth. Hot, fast tears came down his face. No, oh, my Forrest. He trembled in his words. If Four can do this to Fanny, who knows what they'll do with a whole feast in the main lobby of the hotel. Marker. With the paprika. Yeah. Okay. Does the title warn anyone? Chapter 4. Red Cold Leaves. Taggy, I think golf ball meant useful items. Book said, holding a nice stack of blankets. Yeah, Gloiky chest is useful, right? Taggy chuckled. Sure, Taggy, sure. I guess we can keep it. Book chuckled as well. Then something cut them off. Someone was screaming. Marker jumped up. It's Four, he's out, came from the stairs. Tree, Marker screamed. He seemed to know who screamed. That was cause. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Hold on, let me read this sentence again. Tree, Marker screamed. He seemed to know whose scream that was, 'cause he jumped over to the stairs, but halfway, it's supposed to say half, not have, halfway there, something made him stop in his tracks. A loud crunch came from the stairs, then a thump. Tree's corpse fell on the floor next to the stairs. Lottie screamed as loud as she could, pen-covered bottle as quick as he could. He didn't want her to see. Marker stood there looking at Tree's cold corpse. Blood ran down the floor. Half of Tree's head was gone, from the very top to the top of his mouth. He laid there lifelessly. Marker was too stunned to move or say anything. Hot, fast tears came down quickly. Everyone was shocked, not saying anything, even Snowball, who held Grassy tightly. Then, "What the hell is..." Golfball said, coming through the door, then saw Tree and Four. They were perched up on the ceiling, eating what they had of Tree. Donut looked at Golfball from far away, terrified. Pencil, right next to him, looked at Book and Taggy, who were just as confused. Yep. I drew this exact moment in my book where I was actually writing the story, and it looks so good. That's the reason why I wanted to make a comic version. It looked so good. It was the best drawing of a tree that I could do. I think I still have it. Yep, I still do. Looks so good. Oh my god. Close. Okay, we're gonna continue. They were outside when Golfball had explained everything. Golfball caught them outside and told them to gather useful items before going to Black Hole, and saying that she'll explain later. And now they have their information. Donut mouthed, "What do we do?" to Golfball. It seems to not have good hearing. Golfball whispered slightly, "So grab what we have, and get out of there." Donut looked at the others, who seemed to also get the sign. As they started to walk to the door, Lottie could hear the crunch. She flinched at everyone. She didn't feel good. She was always a little rude to Death Pact because she still holds a grudge against them, but never wanted them to slowly die like this. Then, "Marker, come here," Pen whispered harshly at Marker. This made Letty flinch again. Marker looked at Letty, then at Marker, who was still out of it. Pen then started to speed walk to Marker. "Pen, no," Letty whispered as one of her arms were on Bottle and one reaching out to Pen, who was at Marker already. "Come on, bud. It will be okay," Pen whispered as he grabbed Marker. "Pen, look out!" Pen looked for who screamed. This also got Marker's attention. Then Pen looked back at a large blue skeletal figure lunging at them. Pen got Marker and himself down just in time. As soon as Pen heard the crash of impact, he grabbed Marker and ran for the door. 4 also went after them, stretching their rib cage out to make themselves longer to grab pen and marker. Pencil shoved GB and Lighty out of the way and shot the 4 thing in one of its eyes. It screeched in pain and ran up for the stairs. Black hole, we need to go to X now, GB yelled, shutting the door with a hot metal dispenser. Pen held marker tightly as his breath as he breathed hard. His lungs burning. He looked at Pencil, who was also breathing hard, and looked at the door, holding the gun out in front. She looked terrified, like her worst nightmare came true. Pencil, we have to take your van. Black Hole suggested to stay here and look after the crack and 4. Donna said, looking at the gun in her hands. She didn't say anything, but let out a hand to Pen, both pen and marker, helping both pen and marker up, then walked to the super van. Come, she said, pulling out the keys. All the objects went towards the super van. Book looked a little worried, holding Taggy. She hopes that being in there with Pencil won't be the last of her. And yeah, no, she can figure that out herself, trust. When I said that Tree was my British boy, people told me that he was Australian, and I finally know that Tree is Australian now. I don't trust. Trust. Okay, these next few chapters might be a little boring, but it's fine. I can't wait for my favorite chapter. I think that's chapter 8, actually. It's been 3 hours since the Teapot cast left the hotel. It should take a 26 it's not supposed to say a, bro, that's messing me up. It should take 26 hours to get there. Golf Ball's voice echoed in Book's mind. 26 hours of being forced to be in a car with Pencil. She didn't want to look at Pencil after Teapot. My battery is at 2, so I don't know. It's okay. The live stream will probably still be up by then, so don't worry. Pencil after Teapot 17, and neither did Pencil. Small snores came from in the car. Everyone was fast asleep. Well, everyone except for Book and Pencil. Grassy, sweet snores drove Book away from the awkwardness of her and Pencil. Book's eyes scanned around the car. Taggy laid on Book's shoulder with O's and zeros to resemble calm breathing. Bottle laid in Lighty's arms, pen holding marker tight. Tree, you're back. Wow. Came from marker. He must have been dreaming. Poor kid watched his own friend die and had to leave his whole pact behind. Book looked at TV, then at the 2 scientists. Golf Ball fell asleep after Bottle and marker. She tried to take notes on what they learned from the outburst, but due to Pencil, Fanny work on one and the challenges, she hasn't gotten much sleep. TB had her notebook in his hands. I think he was trying to finish what she fell asleep on. After 1 to 2 hours, he fell asleep on her. I might need to sleep when the sun starts rising. The voice startled Book. It was Pencil. Oh, okay, I can do it, Book said quietly, making sure not to awake the others. So, are you still mad at me? Pencil said. Book was a little confused. I don't know. I guess you insisting on being in an alliance again, it made me feel uncomfortable. I don't know why. Book looked down like she was lost in a way. Pencil didn't say anything. Something startled them both. It was just Donut. He awoke and was stretching. How many hours? Donut said sleepily. About 17, Pencil said. Donut looked out the window, then at TB and GB. I wish Barf Bag was here. That says her. Donut and Barf Bag canon. Maybe. Too bad she's non-existent. Donut said quietly. Book looked up from Taggy and onto Donut, who was looking at the 2 balls. Sleep. You and Barf Bag had a good relationship, didn't you? Book looked at Taggy and smiled. Yeah, but I think it was more than just friends. Mine too. I wonder what Donut would do since Barf Bag is non-existent anymore in the actual Teapot show. Yeah, but I think it was more than just friends. Donut looked back at the window, then smiled, and Book smiled. Book looked back at him. She was a bit confused, but then it came to her. Oh, you liked her. I meant not Book, her. Book snickered and smiled. Donut blushed a little and looked at Book and chuckled a little to himself. Yeah, I guess I just never got the chance before. He stopped. He knew it was useless to tell Book about one. Book looked at Donut and confused and remembered to never sent her to the elimination place. Where do you think they went? Book said softly, remembering Needle was also gone. Book thought of how her and Needle got to the Final Four and how TB tried to get around Needle, then Pen and Corny. Book wondered how they were doing. I don't know. I just hope they're okay. Donut lied. He knew exactly where. There was just no point. Yeah, Book said. Book's voice got sleepy. She fell asleep. Pencil looked down for a while at Book and Tacky. I could drive if you want me to, Donut said. Pencil looked back at the road and sighed. Nah, I can handle a couple more hours. Pencil said. Memories of BFDIA came to Pencil. Can I join your alliance? Ruby's voice echoed in Pencil's head. She couldn't wait to see them all again. Scream. Yeah, audible scream. I'm gonna say that because I don't want to actually scream. I think my mom and my brother are still sleeping. Go charge it! Go charge it! Don't worry, I'll make this into an actual video with editing and stuff. Okay. So then you don't have to watch the live again. Marker screamed. Everyone jumped to their feet. Marker was holding tight to Pen. Ay. Why can't you find your charger? Where is it? You gotta find it. Okay. Oh my god. Have you checked everywhere? Maybe Clocky stole it. Ah. Dang. Okay. That's fine. If you want me to wait for you, I can, but... Okay. 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 So continue or don't continue. Okay. Who was also holding him in shock. Everyone was looking at him. He wiped away sweat and tears. He looked around frantically. Pen was rubbing his back. It seemed to help because everyone calmed down, including Marker. As Pencil was going to look back at the road, "Pencil, look out!" Donut screamed Donut. Pencil looked back and thump. Everyone sat in silence. "What did we hit?" Golf Ball looked at Pencil. "You mean who did we hit?" Pencil said, sitting back in her seat with her hands on her face. As the two balls went outside, so did Snowball, in case it was 4. Donut followed behind as Pencil got up. "I could drive now," Book said. Pencil looked at her and smiled slightly. "That would help." Pencil rubbed her eyes and went outside. Yeah. Okay. Chapter 6, Lights Out. And that might be a hint to who's gonna die next. I don't know yet. I know Tengolf, obviously. Barf Donut. I was going to light bulb. What do you mean light bulb? No, light bulb's not in here, sadly. I want to make an IIAU, but I don't know how to make it. maybe I'll make someone a cannibal because I want a cannibal story. Oh, hi, Red. Hi. Are you ready to see Teardrop in the next few chapters? Cannibal? Yes. Lightbulb's gonna die. Lightbulb's not in here. I love cannibal stories. But Teardrop comes in chapter 9, Bread, so we'll be there soon in 3 more chapters. 3 more chapters. She has an amazing interest in No, that Dicer wanted to kill me for not liking. Yes, I was reading the post earlier. I don't know. Hello. I don't know how you guys like Lighty. I hate Lighty. Lighty is a nothing to me. I like everyone else though. And this is why Lighty dies. Oh. I hope Lighty dies. Oh wait, well, I already know what happens, but... No, Lightning isn't in this yet. Well, he might be dead. Who knows? Maybe I'll add him to chapter 10 because I think she hates me. Yeah. I can prove it. I can prove it. My teethers hurt. At Pie, she has no survival instincts though. Maybe I'll make like a silly joke that she survives, but then 2 eats her like a cake. Dang. My teethers hurt. I got my braces adjusted yesterday, and now they hurt. And I'm trying to eat crackers. Yeah. Oh, by the way, all except for 1 Algebrarians are infected, by the way. So, yeah, just so you guys know. Okay, can I continue, y'all? I'm gonna continue. I still don't know who dies, since I can't think of a contestant related to life, except for a bottle who can reflect it. It was someone who I was talking about earlier. Okay, I'm gonna continue, y'all. Owie! A voice came from the front of the van. As the objects came to the front, the object made an appearance. Oh, it's just Nickel. Bread! How could you? Anyways, say hi to Nickel. He's finally here. Hi, Nickel, my baby. Hi, Goober. Yes, he's such a goober. Wait, someone you were talking about? No, Patrick. Lightbulb isn't in this AU. It's Lighty. Lighty dies. Light is a light switch. We need Lightbulb. If I can finish 2 of us the AU, then I'll probably make an IIAU. To have Lightbulb. Oh my god. No. You guys already asked to add a character that was never supposed to be in this. Teardrop was supposed to die with a gelatin, but I decided to make her living. And Pie was never supposed to live, but I'm gonna make a silly gag out of it. Okay. I'm continuing. Tennis Ball sighed in annoyance. Tennis Ball and Nickel were not so good of friends. Well, to Tennis Ball. Oh, Jiggle Boy, Nickel said, rubbing his head. Wait, how are you here? Weren't you eliminated? Book said, confused. Yeah, well, 1 second I was helping the others escape to's elimination place. Then, pop, I ended up here. I walked a little bit and got ran over by you guys. Nickel explained. Golf Ball took out her notebook and dotted everything down. Do you think all the eliminated ran over? Yes, Nickel got ran over. And now he has even more brain damage. Hold on, guys. I gotta drink some water. Brain damage. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Do you think all the eliminated contestants came back? TB whispered to GB. Not sure. Golf Ball looked at her notes, then at Nickel. Well, we can't leave him here, Book said. Yeah, this place is pretty scary, ever since BFDI, Nickel said with a worried grin. Fine. Golf Ball walked back to the van with TB. Teardrop? When? Chapter 9, Red. I already told you. Chapter 9. Don't worry. We'll breeze through this chapter. They're pretty short. Well, except for chapter 8. Chapter 8's pretty long. But that's because it's a good chapter, trust. A couple more hours went by as Book drove. Pencil sat in the passenger seat asleep. Just a couple more hours, then Book would see Ruby, Taco, Bubble, and X could revive everyone, one and get 4 back to normal, Book thought. Marker looked hazily at the window. Pen seemed to notice this. He put his hand on Marker's shoulder. Marker seemed to notice this and looked at Pen. You okay, bud? Pen said quietly. Marker looked down. He couldn't tell. He never felt this way. I don't even know anymore. He promised to come back. Tears began running down Marker's face. Pen put Marker's face in his chest as he patted Marker on the back. I don't ship Marker and Pen, by the way, guys. This is like a dad and child relationship. I know, Marker, I know. Or like a brother and brother relationship, because I do sometimes headcanon that Pencil, Pen, and Marker are all related. Sometimes. Not all the times, though. Pen looked at Laddie, who had Bottle in her arms, sleeping. Most of the car was asleep except Pencil, Book, and Golf Ball. Yes. Spooky. Yay! Okay. Not Sleepy Golfy. Pencil teased golf ball golf teased. Pencil teased. Golf ball looked at her in annoyance and sat down next to tennis ball, who was sleeping soundly. After a couple of hours later, they came to the end of the road. Book, pencil, golf ball, and tennis ball, Bottle, and Lighty came outside while the others slept. I say we just go straight, Pencil said, putting her shoulder on golf ball. No, Pencil, that's super dangerous and dumb with that many people in the car, Golf Ball said as she moved away from Pencil to talk to TV. Bottle and Lighty went over to explore and stretch their legs. As they went on a little walk, they found some berries. Oh, here's where it all starts. Yes, Lighty finally dies. Yes, yes. Lighty picked one and ate it while Bottle was showing her a cool-looking rock that she could paint. Then Lighty spat out the berry. Bottle, don't eat those berries. They're not yo-yo berries, Lighty said, warning Bottle. They walked back to the car. Hey, Bubble, do you think Book and Icy still want to be friends after leaving us twice? Ruby looked at the glitter cup she was saving for Pencil. It said best leader ever. Well, Ruby. I don't know, but I hope Pencil comes back from 4, Bubble said, looking at Ruby. I tried to do the Bubble accent. Royal cake. Oh, nobody died, but Lighty ate a berry that wasn't a yo-yo berry. Which, hint, hint, those are the things that started the infection. So nobody died. Yeah, nobody died yet. I say yet. We're gonna get a lot of deaths soon. Don't worry. Nickel is here now, though. Yeah, Nickel was the thing that they bumped into. Yeah. Chapter 7, Shattered Radio, Part 1. This is Part 1, by the way. It's because I couldn't finish all of it in one thing. If Nickel is here, then that means Ice Cube could be here, Book whispered to Price Tag. Golf Ball was talking to Donut. No, Alistair. Ay. Next thing you know, the last chapter, whenever Tennis Ball pulls out some drug bottles, and then you're gonna say angel dust, because angel dust is actually a drug. Okay. Golf Ball was talking to Donut on what to do next. When they got there, they had found a way to go forward from the end of the road. Red, no! Pencil's idea. So they went with Pencil's idea to go straight. Luckily, no one was hurt. It's okay, no one was hurt. Tennis Ball was writing things down in GB's notebook. As Nickel was talking to him, Pencil was lying asleep in the passenger seat. Book was driving. Some more hours went by. Oh, geez, this is gonna sound so bad. Wah, wah. Woody pointed to the moving thing in the distance. What's that, Woody? Blocky question. Yes. Yes. Come here, Peanut Butter. Hi, Peanut Butter. Yeah, you. Hi. Oh, you like that, huh? You have scratchies on your head. Okay. Go lay down. I'm trying to do something. I already have. You gotta see, it's in the next few chapters. Chapter 9 and chapter 10. And then she dies in like chapter 16, I think. Okay. I'm gonna continue. Blicky asked as he looked at Woody, then at another. Yes, Fred. You already asked me this, remember? Like a year ago, I told you that she does live now. She does live. She does live. I can tell you that. But I'm not going to tell you how she lives, okay? Because she acts all batty. But Gelatin doesn't live. Gelatin dies for her. Okay. Uh-oh. It looks like I've spoiled too much, guys. Okay. He was pointing at Taco and also then at what he was pointing at Taco. Also, then Taco also looked up. That's what it's supposed to say, both mentally and emotionally. Uh-oh. Ruby, Bubble, and Match were walking around the place and saw the moving car in the distance. "The Free Smart Superman!" Ruby yelled as she bolted towards the moving van. Match and Bubble ran after her. As the car stopped, Book got out of the driver's seat and was pounced by a glimmering red gem as she hugged her back. "The Free Smart Superman!" I love that line from Ruby. One of my favorite Free Smarters. Aside from Match. Match is like my number one. I love Match. She's kind of hot. Wait, what? Nothing? I said nothing. Nah, but you should see how I draw her. She's such a baddie. She needs to marry me. What? I'm sorry. I stood up too late. It was like 3 a.m. last night. And now Peanut Butter's looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh, my books fell all over you, bud. Okay, I'm gonna continue because I want to hear Match talk. Book! Ruby shouted as she hugged Book tightly. Ruby! I'm scared. I only hear that Match is her number one. Brad, you should be scared. Remember when I gave you that list of hear me outs and it was like above 50 characters? Well, Match has also been added to that. I remember not adding her, which was sad because I actually did. I know. And Clocky's Tournament thinks that you're freaky for liking a teardrop. Well, I can be freakier. I just don't show it. Okay, I'm gonna continue now. Clocky's Tournament. Clocky's Tournament. Yeah, the Clocky community. They all think you're freaky. Okay. Book said, giggling as she hugged Ruby. It was nice to see her again. Pencil also got out. Ruby saw this and sprinted full speed towards Pencil as she pinned Pencil down to the ground. You said Clocky. Oh! I said Clocky, didn't I? My bad. I said Clocky, right? Clocky. It's a hard name, okay? I'm sorry. You know what I meant, Brad. You know what I meant, okay? You're distracting me, Brad. You're distracting me. I'm supposed to get this over. I also want to try reading my other AU where Golf Ball is murdered. Because why not? Okay. By the way, you're going to have a big rush of Rubesol ship. So, guys, I love Rubesol. I would die for Rubesol content. Pencil, I was so worried for never brought you back no matter how much I begged. Ruby said, almost breaking into tears. Happy ones. I love Rubesol. I love Rubesol. We love Yuri. Yes. Oh my god. Ruby said, almost breaking into tears. Happy ones. Pencil chuckled with a little bit of blush. Wow. Guys, I don't know how to write a love story, but if I were to make a Rubesol one, I would totally be so into it. Okay. Wow. Book was chuckling to the side as Taggy watched beside Book as both Ruby and Pencil got up. Golf Ball got out of the van with TB and Donut. So, like, what brings you guys here? Match said. Match! First line. It's been so long. Said, with Bubbles stood behind. That sounds weird. Stood behind her, holding her hand. Pencil looked at Match, then smiled and gave her a hug. Bubbles smiled at her. Golf Ball walked over to the Free Smarters. We'll explain later, but we need X. As Golf Ball explained, Marker jumped out of the van, excited to get Tree back and Fanny. To get Tree and Fanny back. I can't read, guys. It's too hard. Hold on, I'm gonna drink some water. Hopefully that'll help. I wish I had some Dr. Pepper right now, but I don't have any. Tree and Penny. Brad, be nice. Be nice. Don't say that about Tree. Tree's totally gonna live. She's totally gonna live, guys. No. Tree is going to live, guys. Trust. Trust me when I say it. But we all know it's fake. Fire. The trust. As Golfball explained. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Yeah, they're like at the tower in the blue one, Match explained, pointing to the distant blue tower. Good, we need to go now. Golfball started to walk towards where Match pointed as the others followed. Oh, hi! I did not expect other people from Clocky's community to come here. That's scary. Oh, shoot. No. That's very scary. I'm gonna mess up and they're gonna be like, you messed up. Reading deficiency, whatever it's called. Dyslexia. My legs hurt. Even though I've been sitting in this chair like all morning. It's fine, I won't judge. Yeah. I was kidding, guys. I don't mind. Where was I? Oh. Ruby pulled Pencil down to her level. What's going on, Pencil? Ruby whispered to Pencil. Pencil looked at the ground. 4 flashed in her mind. Her nightmares have come true. We'll explain later. Pencil got back to her level and walked with Ruby. Ruby held Pencil's hand. She didn't understand. Match looked at Bubble, worried, and started walking with the others. Oh, geez. Okay. I did not see this last few bits. I thought we were over. Okay. I'm gonna try and continue. My head hurts. Black Hole looked down at the hotel inside. As he looked back at the crack in the sky, a light blue caught his attention. Hey, Black Hole, a number spoke. Black Hole looked at her in confusion. This was before Teapot 19, so no, I did not copy Teapot 19. I did not think Black Hole would actually be stolen by one, okay? So, this was made when Teapot 18 was a thing. Okay. Black Hole looked at her in confusion. You predicted it. I did predict it. Maybe I should predict another object being stolen by one. But that wouldn't come true because one already has everything that she needs. Sad. I wanted my wife to keep stealing people. So sad. Okay. Why? Yes, literally every female object is my wife except for Lottie. I hate that stupid bitch. I'm not overreacting, guys. I'm not overreacting. Guys, I got my little 2 figure over here. It's so cute. And my 4. And then I have X that I recently made. I got 1. I got Cake. I got Golf Ball. I got like all of them. Okay. We're gonna continue. Who are you? Black Hole said, concerned. The number looked at the noise coming from the hotel. Well, this changes things. the number whispered to herself. What? Black hole backed up. Cake and match are overbaked. Overbaked? My 2 wives. I know Cake is a boy, but he can be a male wife. Trust. But no, they're not overbaked. They're perfectly fine. I mean, Cake's legs fell off, but I glued them back, don't worry, with my resin. And Match is just fine. She just has a little bit of like black eyeshadow that is smudged, but it's fine. But Cake is just fine. He looks cuter than ever. I wish I had like white outline so then I can make his face because it's hard to see it, but I didn't, so. Okay. He looked down at the blue star, peeled off the metal from the door. 4 pounced at the door as the doors flung open. They looked around. What are you doing? Black Hole yelled at the number and moved towards her. Shush! Now we need to get to safety before they see us. The number smiled as she teleported her and Black Hole to somewhere. This reminds me of 2519. For what? Gelatin yelled in shock. Everyone was gathered around Golf Ball. I'm trying as hard as I can to revive Tree and Fanny, but it's not working. X looked disappointed at their hands. Yeah, I think, oh my god, with some tears coming down their face. I'm sorry, I don't think I can, X said to Pin as he held Marker. Bottle was holding Lighty close. She wasn't feeling well. They assumed carsick or the berry. What small guesses? I can't wait for Lighty to die. I'm hoping that Lighty gets eliminated next Teapot episode. But I don't think she is. I have hatred. I take out all my hatred on Lighty, guys. For no reason, by the way. I can't find a single reason why I hate Lighty. Just seeing her makes me mad. Golf Ball had already explained to X and was now explaining to the others. Golf Ball thought that X might need some time alone. Makes sense. They just lost the one person that's where am I? Oh, I found it. Makes sense. They just lost the one person that's been there for them. Yeah, I found it. Pen, marker, Bottle, and Lighty came out of X's room. Bottle laid Lighty down on the open couch and sat down with Marker, giving him comfort. Isn't there a cure for this? You're smart, right? Gelatin was fiddling with his hands, worrying. Well, we don't even know how this started, Tennisball said. We could find a cure, but it might be next to the hotel if a group of us goes. Technical difficulties. Okay. We could find a cure. I'm having aggression, guys. I need to focus. My mouth is a little sore, if you cannot tell. We could find a cure, but it might be... I feel like throwing my tapey figure across the room, guys. It's the closest thing to me. Besides, like, my 2 figure, but I don't want to throw my 2 figure. Who would throw 2? They're just a lovable baby. I'll do it. Watch me. I'll throw golf ball across the room. I have my Dandy plush still. Throw 2 instead. Stop. No. Okay. Tape better. No. I'll throw tapey. I'm kidding. I'll throw my Cimarron keychain that didn't actually work because his legs fell off, which is sad. I really liked Cimarron. And I wasted a lot of it on him. A lot of my clay. Anyways, okay. We could find a cure, but it might be next to the hotel. If a group of us goes to the hotel and look around it, we might be able to find the cause and turn cure. There's no cure, Red. There's no cure. Everyone dies. Trust, everyone dies. They all starve. And they all eat each other. Wouldn't that be an amazing ending? They all starve, so they gotta eat each other. Teardrop eats gelatin out of starvation. That would have been so amazing. Too bad that's not the plot, though. Okay, I'm gonna try and finish this. We might be able to find the cause and turn it into a solution. Golf ball explained, looking at tennis ball. I'll be going with the group that goes. Golf ball. Oh my god, I put 2 balls. Okay, hold on. Oh. I should tell the 2 middle balls. You could if you want. Okay. You could if you want. I don't really mind. Where? She explained, looking at everyone else. Golf ball looked at her in terror. Yes. Golf ball quickly gave him "we'll talk later" look, and he quietly looked away. Quickly looked away? I don't know. Penn raised his hand, and so did Marker, but Penn put Marker's hand back down. Penn and Marker? Golf ball said, looking at them. Yeah, I want to come if Penn goes. Marker insisted to Penn. Penn looked at him, then at Juby. Fine. Penn looked back at Marker and sighed. Ruby also raised her hand. Pencil looked at her and worried. Snowball also raised his hand. Hold on, I forgot. Okay, forgot Snowball exists. Why Snowball? The question why? Oh yeah, I remember that comment. I don't remember this comment. I haven't read most of my comments yet. Like those. But yeah, I also kind of forgot Snowball existed too. Don't worry. Good. This is a good amount of people. I'll have some old radio connectors. Grassy is fatherless and adopted. Need Snowball? We do not need Snowball. Snowball is going to be eaten and die. Yum yum. I love me some snow ice cream. The last time I've ever seen snow was like 2 years ago. Or maybe 3. I don't know. Okay. Connectors so we can talk through them. All of the people in the group will wear trackers. It tracks. Whoa. It tracks you and living things around you. Golf Ball explained. Tennis Ball will watch over the monitors and keep us safe. Golf Ball looked at Tennis Ball, giving him a slight smile. We need to keep X here and safe. We don't need another killing machine out in the wild, Golf Ball explained to the others. Yeah, we don't need X to become a monster. Yeah. Okay. I forgot where I was. Oh, wait, never mind. We leave tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's supposed to say better, I think. It's better if we start now than when we're actually starving. It's supposed to say starving. I'm terrible at typing. Golf Ball said, as, by the way, if Teardrop appears, I will start bread! I'm skipping chapter 9. I'm skipping chapter 9 and chapter 10. No. I will erase Teardrop from existence. It's okay, Bread. It's okay. Don't worry, I'll read it. No! Don't delete my Hear Me Outs. You'll delete the entire cast of characters in the OSC. You'll delete the entire object shows from existence. The only thing that will be left is literally Lighty and X. Because X is okay, I guess.